In this video from the Review Network, we are taking a detailed look at ukdis.com, a specialist dissertation service that has grown into one of the most established academic support brands in the world. If you are a busy student or a working professional trying to balance your degree with everything else in your life, this is a name you will want to understand properly, because there are a lot of misconceptions about what the UK in the name really means. At its core, ukdis.com focuses on one thing: helping people handle the most demanding piece of academic work they will ever have to produce, the dissertation or thesis. On the site, you will see that they do not try to be everything to everyone. Instead, they specialize in dissertation and thesis work and the services that sit around it. That includes full dissertation writing, individual chapters, literature review support, proposal help, topics and titles, editing, marking, and feedback, as well as capstone projects and PhD thesis services. They position themselves quite clearly as dissertation specialists, not a generic essay mill, and they back that up with a complete portfolio of services that run from your first idea for a topic all the way through to a polished, final document ready for submission. One of the most important points to understand about ukdis.com is that they are part of a larger academic support group run by Business Bliss Consultants FZE, a company registered in the United Arab Emirates. That group also operates other well-known academic brands such as UK Essays, Law Teacher, and Nursing Answers. The key detail here is that the business has deep roots in the United Kingdom, but has deliberately structured itself to serve an international audience. The parent company explains that their services were offered in the UK for many years before moving their corporate base to the United Arab Emirates to strengthen their global reach and serve students all over the world. This is where the name becomes important. The UK in ukdis is not about limiting their service to one country. It is about signaling a standard. Around the world, the United Kingdom is still seen as one of the gold standards for higher education. British universities have a long-standing reputation for academic rigor, tough marking, and a strong culture of research and critical thinking. By keeping UK in the brand, ukdis.com is effectively saying to a global audience, this is the level of structure, referencing, and quality we are aiming at. In other words, the name is a quality marker, not a geographic boundary. Their client base is international, and their corporate structure is international, but they lean on UK academic heritage as a benchmark for how carefully the work should be researched, structured, and presented. If you browse the site, you can see very quickly how global the offering is. Everything is delivered online, which makes it naturally accessible to students in any time zone. The company is registered in the United Arab Emirates and markets itself as one of the world's leading academic support companies, not just a local UK service. They highlight that they have been doing this for more than 17 years and have developed into a large academic support operation serving students at universities across different countries and education systems. That kind of longevity matters to international clients. It signals that the service has been tested over time through changing regulations, changing technology, and changing expectations around academic integrity. Now let's talk about what they actually offer in practice. ukdis.com has a wide range of dissertation-focused services. At the most complete level, they offer full dissertation and thesis writing services, where a subject specialist writer produces a custom-written model dissertation based on your brief. For many viewers, especially busy professionals studying part-time, the more common use cases are for specific parts of the dissertation. The site allows you to order a single chapter, such as a methodology chapter, a literature review, or a results and discussion section. You can also get help earlier in the process with a standalone dissertation proposal, or even before that, by using their Topics with Titles service, where they help you choose a viable, interesting, and appropriately narrow topic, and turn it into a working title that can actually get approved. Beyond the core dissertation writing services, ukdis.com also offers editing and improvement services. If you have written your own dissertation, but you are worried about structure, flow, clarity, or language, you can opt for dissertation editing rather than full writing. They also offer marking and feedback services. You submit your work, and a qualified marker produces a detailed, professional-style mark and commentary, similar to what you would get from a strict UK university marker, but before you actually submit to your institution. For people whose first language is not English, or for professionals who have been out of education for a long time, that kind of pre-submission feedback can be extremely valuable. For those at the very top end of academia, there is a dedicated PhD thesis writing service. Here, they emphasize that they have a very large pool of writers who are PhD qualified themselves and experienced in advanced academic writing, including the use of statistical software like SPSS and STATA for data-heavy theses. that is particularly relevant to international students in technical, medical, or social science fields where sophisticated quantitative analysis is expected. When you combine that with the broader dissertation services, you can see that ukdis.com is designed to support people at every level, from undergraduate dissertations through masters and all the way up to doctoral work. One of the strongest parts of the website is the free resource library. ukdis.com publishes hundreds of real dissertation examples across a huge range of subject areas. You can browse example dissertations in topics like business, economics, engineering, nursing, psychology, education, law, international relations, and many more. On top of that, there are example literature reviews, example proposals, and detailed how to write a dissertation guides that walk you through each chapter: title, abstract, introduction, methodology, results, discussion, and conclusion. They also provide referencing tools for major styles such as APA, Harvard, and Vancouver, along with study guides on everything from structuring chapters to improving your academic writing. Even if you never place a paid order, the amount of free teaching content on the site is substantial. If we look at who is actually doing the writing, the company is quite clear about its standards. They state that all writers have at least a 2-to-1 degree in their subject, with many holding master's degrees and PhDs, and that the team includes lecturers, teachers, and experienced researchers. They also mention that there are both in-house and freelance experts, spread across a very wide range of subjects. For international clients, this model is important. It means that if you are a nursing student in Canada, an engineering student in the Middle East, a business student in Asia, or a law student in Europe, there is likely to be someone in the pool who understands your field and the expectations of your type of university. The writers are not limited to one country's curriculum. They are used to working across different systems, but using UK-style rigor as the baseline. Trust and safety are another big theme on the site. ukdis.com emphasizes that all work is bespoke, written to order and checked for plagiarism, and they highlight a no-plagiarism guarantee. They also stress confidentiality. The work is not resold or published elsewhere, and client details are kept private. They point to long-term press coverage and verified customer reviews showing consistently high satisfaction levels. They present themselves as a safe and trusted provider with secure payment options and quality control checks on each order. For busy professionals and international students, the practical question is always, what does this look like in real life? The typical journey with ukdis.com is that you arrive at the site with a problem. Maybe you have no idea what to write about. Maybe your supervisor keeps rejecting your proposal. Maybe you are stuck halfway through your methodology. Or maybe you simply do not have the time to research and structure a 10,000 or 15,000 word dissertation to the standard your course demands. You place an order outlining your course, level, brief, word count, and deadline. The company then matches you with a subject-qualified writer. The writer produces a custom model dissertation or chapter, which you can then use as a learning tool and reference point to guide your own work, backed up by their fair use policy that explains exactly how the material should be used ethically. Where the international focus really becomes clear is in the way the brand positions itself and the way the infrastructure is set up. The business is registered in the United Arab Emirates, with multiple websites serving different niches, and it has deliberately leaned into online delivery and global payment options rather than treating itself as a small UK-only office. Students from all over the world can access the sample dissertations, use the referencing tools, and place orders in their own time zone using international payment methods. The company describes itself as one of the world's leading academic support companies, which is consistent with that outward-looking approach. The UK in the name is there to reassure you that the standard of work is aligned with the demanding expectations associated with UK higher education. But in practical terms, the whole setup is aimed at an international, diverse client base. So if you are a busy professional juggling a full-time job and a master's program, or an international student studying in a country where academic support is limited, what does ukdis.com offer you? It offers a way to plug into that UK-style level of guidance, structure, and critical analysis, no matter where you are based. It gives you access to a pool of qualified academics who can show you what a strong, well-argued dissertation looks like in your subject and at your level, whether that is undergraduate, master's, or PhD. It gives you free examples and guides to learn from, and, if you choose to order, it gives you tailored one-to-one support that fits around your schedule. From the Review Network's perspective, the big takeaway is this: ukdis.com is not a narrow UK-only service hiding behind a national flag. It is an international academic support company that uses the UK's educational heritage as a quality benchmark while deliberately structuring its operations, its writer base, and its websites to serve a global audience. If you are anywhere in the world and you want your dissertation or thesis to meet that high, rigorous standard, but you do not have the time or confidence to get there alone, UKDis.com is designed to bridge that gap and give you the level of support you need.